Daniel Lanois is a Canadian who's known most for being a music producer. He has worked with many very well known people. The ones that jumped out at me were U2, Peter Gabriel, and Brian Eno. But he has worked with many more and many more names that I know. He also, though, has been known to release his own albums of solo work, and he has done so 8 times between 1989 and now. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was Daniel Lanois' first album that he released under his, as a solo album, him doing the songwriting and the singing and playing music as well as being a producer. Now, I worked out, I think, that despite that, it being his first release for himself, it was the 29th album that he had produced. So he'd had a lot of production experience before this came out. It's the first time I think for me listening to this album. I have had a copy of his second album, For the Beauty of Winona, for many years now. I haven't listened to it that often, but this was new to me. I would definitely describe it as singer-songwriter. He wrote most of the songs himself, and musically, I'd say it's in the kind of folk Americana at the lighter end of the rock spectrum. Occasionally got a little bit of Cajun feel to it. There are some tracks that kind of feel well, a little bit like later Eric Clapton, although it's very bluesy. But uh, towards the end of the after the end of the 70s into the 80s, Eric Clapton kind of moved away from being straight blues and just into kind of blues rocky kind of stuff. And some of it feels like that, particularly the kind of laid back feel that he's got when he's singing and playing and various things, which is a thing that I assume Clapton picked up from J.J. Cale, who really did a great job of this really kind of laid back approach to music. So it's got that kind of feel occasionally. Um, as is no surprise, the production on this album is really good, is warm and lovely. Now, this kind of warm approach to more kind of lighter end of the spectrum music or Americana style or stuff seems to now be an absolutely established thing and has come through in the 2000s particularly. I feel like this is kind of maybe not where it started, but it's certainly a precursor to those, and it's got this kind of real gentle warmth to it. The songs are mostly mildly melancholy. There are bits that are in French. It all feels nice. The last track, however, is a somewhat odd version of Amazing Grace, which has got some quite strange backing to it and is sung by Aaron Neville, who is one of the guests on the album. So um, I felt like if I didn't have a particularly strong attachment to this song, which I do, then I would be fine with this. But I felt like it was more of trying to make an unusual sound work than actually about the content of the song, which is about faith. And that's the attachment that I've got to it. So I felt like it was style over substance, that one. But it's good style, and the rest of it is all good style, definitely, I would say. His singing, Daniel Lanois' singing, is pretty good. Again, got a warmth to it. The guests here, there's quite a few people guesting on this album, including two of the members of U2 and three of the Neville brothers. I mentioned Aaron Neville a little bit earlier. Um, I like this album. I think it is really nice. It's gentle. It's cozy. It's thoughtful. It's not too challenging. I think it'd be a good dinner party album. It's the sort of thing that you wouldn't be ashamed of having your friends that listen to you. I enjoyed it. It's nicely put together. Please tell me what you think through the comments. That's it from me for now.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.